Hey YouTube, it's Diana here for Fabulous Fridays on October 22nd. This week's topic is dealing with actual daily physical side of food, and I'm also going to throw in some tips about eating out and how us people with eating disorders must face our addiction every single day. The first thing I was going to talk about was the difference between eating disorders compared to other addictions. Other addictions like alcohol, drugs, anything of that sort, they are the exact opposite of eating disorders, and let me explain. Eating disorders, we have to face the thing we fear every single day, 3 to 4 times a day, sometimes even more depending on how many snacks in your meal plan. We have to physically eat every day. As far as like drugs and alcohol, they do everything to avoid it. Like if you're addicted to alcohol, or if you're an alcoholic, you just try to be sober so you don't drink. If you're addicted to drugs, if you're high all the time, you go clean. You don't do drugs. If you have an eating disorder and you're addicted to, or addicted to, you can't just not eat. Eating is a part of survival. I mean, you have to eat. So we have to do the exact opposite. We have to face our addiction every single day, multiple times a day. And that's why I think it's so hard for us to recover, just because we never get a break. There's not just one day where you can't eat and get a break from it. You have to do it every single day, multiple times a day. And it is very tiring and very hard, and I know how hard it can be. I definitely know how hard it is. But I mean, there's nothing you can do. You just have to go on each day and you have to eat. To physically force yourself to eat, because it's keeping you alive. If you don't, you're gonna slowly wither away until there's nothing left. That was a big point I wanted to make. I think that's why it's so hard for people with eating disorders. And I don't like it when people compare our disorder to other addictions, because they're not similar at all. They are the exact opposites of each other. So don't compare me to a drug or alcohol addiction, because it's nothing. It's nowhere similar at all. The other thing I was going to talk about was eating out, and first off, things that trouble a lot of people with eating disorders, and then some ways to deal with those things. A lot of people get anxious when they eat out, because not only is your environment changed, but you're with different people, you're in a strange place, you're not at home, you don't know what's in the food, and you have to worry about, what am I going to order? Is it going to fit in with my meal plan and all my exchanges? The portions are always off, so how much do you eat versus not eat? And you don't know the nutrition facts or anything like that. You don't know what's even in the food unless you ask them for a pamphlet that says the ingredients. So those have been at least my struggles with eating out so far. Some things I do to get over those struggles: first and foremost, a lot of restaurants nowadays have online websites, so you can go pretty much on the web, and as long as you know the name of the place you're going, or the couple places you're considering, you can go on the website, click on the menu, look at the whole menu online, and pick something that you want ahead of time. That gets rid of a lot of the anxiety of what are you going to have, and when you're standing there or sitting there in front of all your friends and all of them are ordering, but you can't make up your mind. That can be really hard, and it's hard for people to know why you're having a hard time ordering and why you can't just order something. But there's so many different reasons why people get anxious, people get overwhelmed. They don't know what fits in their meal plan and what doesn't. They don't know the nutrition facts. And people with eating disorders, a lot of the times, we obsess over nutrition facts. So we obsess over good and bad foods, and I know it's not good, but I know a lot of you guys probably do that. I do that sometimes, and I need to change that. But when you're at a restaurant, someone else makes the food for you. You don't know what's in it, and it can be really hard. It can be really, really hard to eat out just because there's all these new foods you've never seen. They're made in different ways, and at least I get really stressed. But that's part of daily living, is eating out and eating with friends and eating in social situations. If you're gonna go over to someone's house, spend the night or something, or if you're going to party, a holiday, I would suggest maybe contacting whoever is making the meal and asking them ahead of time what the meal is gonna entail, like what's gonna be in the meal, and see if that counts for all your different exchanges and everything you need to get for your meal plan to have it all covered. And if they're missing some things, tell them that with your meal plan, could you please also make sure you have another bread available, or another fruit, or a carbohydrate, or something like that, just so you can take and you can get everything to cover your meal plan. But I know when I slept over at my friend's house, sometimes I would pull her mom aside and ask her mom if they had something else I could supplement for my meal plan, because the dinner they would serve us or what we would eat wouldn't always cover everything I needed, and sometimes I would bring stuff from home if I knew ahead of time that they weren't going to have everything I needed. But I hope this helped as far as with the physical side of food, and living your life and being as normal as you can be with eating out and facing your fears about eating in public and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys next week, and have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.